You've had some experience now taking notes from a textbook where the units, chapters, headings, and sections are usually designated with different size fonts and sometimes different colors. The vocabulary that's important is often bolded or italicized. Now I'd like to give you an experience of taking notes from an original document where the entire essay is in paragraph form. You don't get the delineations that a textbook gives you. So you're going to have to be on the lookout for where the paragraphs change and where the ideas come and go. I've chosen the Declaration of Independence, which is one of our founding documents. It has, in my opinion, has three different sections to it. An introduction, grievances against Britain are explained, and then there's an actual paragraph where there's an independence statement that's given. So let's give this some practice. Please pause the video right now and get a copy of the Declaration of Independence. You might be able to find it online or in a textbook that you have at home. And that way you'll be able to follow along as I read. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind require that they should declare the causes which impel them to separation. That's the end of the first paragraph. Let's see if we can take some notes on it. The colonists felt that they should be able to break away from Great Britain. They felt that they deserved being a separate country. They said that God gave them inalienable rights. It says here, to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitled them. They also felt that they should tell Great Britain why they were leaving. That's the last part of the paragraph. It, with a decent respect to the opinions of mankind, required that they should declare the causes which impel them to separation. These notes would be just for you, so you're going to take them in a way that you understand what you're reading. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among them are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Okay, let's look at that. It says that the founders felt that all people were created equal. I used the equal sign instead of writing the word out. That symbol meant equal to me. They got their rights from God. They said that they were endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. And then they've listed life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So those are my attempts at notes to understand what this paragraph is saying. That these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Governments are made by the people. I used the abbreviation for government, so I wouldn't have to write it all out. But if you were going to actually answer the question or write into a summary of what you're reading, if that was your assignment, of course you would have to spell this completely. I used ditto marks here, so I don't have to rewrite government or people. But what this means is government gets its power from the people. Going back to the document, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter it or abolish it, or to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its power in such form as to them most likely affects their safety and happiness. My note, people could change their government. They're interested in the government protecting their safety and their happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light or transient causes, and accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right and it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferances of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over the states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. So now they're saying that people have the right and the duty to change their government if it's not serving them properly. And then they suggest that it's their duty, though, to also show the facts, submit the facts as to why they are wanting this separation. So your notes are for you. This is an understanding of your understanding of how you've read the material.